Hello everyone, welcome to Trade. Today we're just going to see the Nifty and Banknifty analysis for 5th October, Tuesday, and the trade review of what happened today. What I have opened here is the 15-minute chart of Banknifty. See, as my analysis video that I had made for Monday, I was expecting a price reversal at this Virgin CPR. If we hit this level of somewhere around 37,500, that we would reverse. That was my view. But we did hit here, take resistance, and the reversal never came. On this candle, it looked like, the price is going to reverse from here, but there was no follow-up. So the price remained sideways. By the time I logged in, it was about 1 o'clock or 12:45, 1 o'clock. At this price action is where I logged in to trade. And the moment I saw this, I kind of put this trend line and was waiting for a break of it. But this trend line break never came. Even at the end, it just took support here and the price just stayed in this level. See, post 3 o'clock for intraday getting into a fresh trade is not advisable. So even when we got this price action, I was not at this price, at this level, right? It looked like this trend line could break, but I was not interested in taking a trade because it was already 3 o'clock. So could not get a good trade today. The only good trade was in the opening itself. Once the previous day high and the R1 broke, right, with R2 as a target. If somebody had traded, this was a good trade. And there's another reason why the price stayed in this range. That is because of the weekly CPR and monthly CPR as we started off with the new week. I'm just going to shift to a chart because, see, already the chart looks messed up with so many CPR levels and the levels that is marked. So I keep the monthly and weekly CPR on a different chart always. The star that you see, let's keep from October 1st. Yeah. The star orange star that you see is nothing. The purple is the pivot, both weekly pivot. The star is monthly. Let me just mark it in this range. This is the monthly CPR and the weekly CPR is in this range. The orange is the upper and the lower value of CPR and the purple is the pivot. Okay, and how we can get this monthly and weekly CPR is just go to the indicators, type CPR. You will find many with monthly and weekly CPR. So we can add and just change the coloring as per our needs. So the moment this weekly CPR was formed, see, we kind of beautifully took resistance at this upper line of the CPR, came to the pivot, again went up, took resistance here. So these were a good scalp which I could not take because, as mentioned earlier, for a couple of weeks I'll be able to log in only at 1 o'clock for around 12:30 to 1 for trading. So even after this big candle, because of this weekly pivot that is here, we could have been careful and not immediately. See, this is a very good candle, a very good bearish candle. Okay, after this, a reversal could be expected, but immediately we had a good support at this pivot. So shorting right after this candle is not a good idea. Probably a breakdown of this pivot was required. So even that never came. So that's why we waited. And the moment I saw this price action, I kind of drew this trend line for the day and thought if this breaks, I'll enter, but that break never came. We just remained sideways on the upper end. So coming for the trade possibility for tomorrow, let's just check the global market scenario before we go for the trade to see whether we get a gap up or a gap down. See, the Dow Jones as of now, it's about 250 points down. I'm recording this at 8 o'clock. I waited for the Dow Jones to open today to make this video. Usually I do it early just to see how the world market is reacting. It's because of the news even in China. See, I just refreshed and we are about 400 points down. And the market opens 7 p.m. Indian time, the US market. And the Europe is also down because of, it's down about 100 points DAX. And all the European market is down. And the Asian market, all through the day, the Asian market, Nikkei and Hang Seng were way too down because of the China issue that's happening. That news is all over internet. You can have a check because of the Evergrande issue. See, Nikkei is almost 1,400 points down. Let's just check how much SGX Nifty is. As of now, SGX Nifty is showing a 42 point gap down. This can change until tomorrow morning, and even this Dow Jones can change until tomorrow morning. See, right now it's showing the market just opened, right? So it will be a little volatile. So it is on the negative side. So as of now, we are looking at a gap down. Okay. If we get a gap down in Banknifty, there's a very good support at 37,500 based on the OI data. I'll just go to the OI data. Let's just finish this levels. In case this 37,500 breaks, yeah, we could see S1 or this previous day low, and this is a gap area that is still pending. The price can come to hit this gap, is a possibility in case we slip further. If we come down, if this previous day low and S1 breaks comfortably, right, this gap and S2 can get filled, and even this version CPR of today can come, the price can come and test this level. It's just a possibility. See, even today, the global market, all through the morning, it was quite bearish, but our market didn't slip much. So if in case our market is showing some strength, a good reversal can come over here at this point at about 37,350, or at the pivot level itself at 37,500. And any trade on the upside, see, we have, this is the weekly CPR level that I just showed you, is right here at about 36,627. Okay. So this 36,627 or this 650, this range has to break. As soon as this breaks, we have an immediate resistance at R1. So in case we enter for a long, if this level breaks, there's immediate resistance at R1. Even if this breaks, yeah, then we can definitely be heading to 37,850. Before this, there is no resistance. There is one resistance at this price action, which will come at 37, I'll just mark it, 37,740. See, tomorrow, unless I get a good long trade somewhere below the CPR at about S1 or previous day low, I don't think going long after this breakout is a good idea, because we have many resistance. At any point, the market can turn because of even the global scenario that's happening, right? So if we get a good trade at the bottom for a long, it's a better idea than going long after this breakout, because we have immediate resistance. In case we get a gap up, okay, and even if R2 breaks, yeah, then we can see higher levels of 38,000. But 38,000, there is a good resistance. I'll be just showing you the OI data. See, the maximum resistance is at 38,000, okay, and a good support is at 37,500. You can see this, the number of puts that got added today. The bottom chart, where my cursor is, the number of puts that got added today, 37,000. So this shows there's a lot of support here, and there is some good support at 37,600 also. 37,500 is this green line that I marked at about 37,480. There's even a price action support. So we could take support here. If this breaks, yeah, we could see lower levels. And a good resistance at 38,000. I don't think we'll go up so much, but for some reason, if we go, 38,000 is a good resistance, and we had another strike price. And there is some small resistance even at 37,700, which we almost hit today. That would be around this previous day high. Even 37,700 has a good resistance. So if we go up, there's a possibility we might reverse from this area also. If we reverse again on the downside, there's too many supports, so we'll have to be very quick with the targets. One is the daily pivot is coming here, CPR, and if you look at the weekly and monthly CPR, we have a support level at 37,400, that is 37,500. If this breaks, this can be a very good scalp from 37,500 to 37,360. Definitely price will take support here. If this breaks, we have the monthly CPR pivot that is around 37,320. So there's a very tight range as we are at beginning of the month and beginning of the week. So we could like bounce the same way we did within this CPR levels between monthly and CPR. So if we get a good rejection candle, right? A good scalp between these levels is possible. That is for Bank Nifty. And other than that, until we break out of this range of 37,700, we might be sideways even tomorrow. So these are the levels that I have for tomorrow, right? So within these levels, if I can get a good scalp, I'll enter. See, I'll be only trading post 1. So post 1, wherever I get a good confirmation, I might take a trade tomorrow. Now coming to Nifty, Nifty had a very good move today. Let me just turn off this CPR. See, the moment this trend line that we had, this black trend line, okay, the moment this trend line broke on a 15-minute candle and it sustained, as mentioned in my previous video, we had a good break until even we broke R3 of CPR. This Nifty is the one that breaks even R3 easily, not Bank Nifty. Nifty broke R3 and took resistance at this level where there was a price action resistance. See, there was some resistance over here based on the price action. So pretty similarly, we took resistance here. So I'll keep this trend line. There is a possibility we might come and touch this trend line. I will retain this trend line, and I'll also make use of this black trend line which I'm pointing right now. There's a possibility we might break this and come and touch S1 about 17,600. We might come and touch that level if the global market is bearish. So that's why I have both the trend lines marked. Let's just look at the open interest in Nifty. See, there's a very good resistance at 17,700. There's a good resistance, and there's a good number of put writing also that's taken place at 17,700. Let's see, where is 17,700? So that's right about the place where we closed. So this 17,700, right? See, today there were fresh puts that were added, and there were existing call writing that was done at 17,700. And a good support is that, definitely a good support is at 17,600, and a good resistance at 17,800. So this strike price can swing either way tomorrow, depending on the global markets and however the pivot points and the CPR we get. If 37,700 breaks, we could be hitting 37,600. There's a good support here. Based on this support, this OI support, there's another good possibility is if we gap down based on SGX. As of now, see, I just showed you 40 and now it's already 80. It might change over the night, right? It's just too early to take that number. If in case we get a gap down around this area, S1 previous day low, there is a good possibility we might reverse from here. If by tomorrow morning, if the global markets have recovered and there is no bearishness in the market, we could reverse from here. And if this breaks, as usual, the first support is coming in at 17,550 and S2 is at 17,500. Let's just refresh the global markets and check, because the way the SGX Nifty fell, okay, Dow is still the same at about 300. Only SGX Nifty has changed to almost 80 points down. And I'll have to, I wanted to add another point in for Bank Nifty. See, in Bank Nifty also, I had this trend line from the top. See, I was not here during this portion, but during this part of the live market, but it looked like we are taking a good resistance over here, right? So we kind of took resistance. We broke out, but it was not a very strong candle. We broke out with a pretty strong candle. So this level has retested. So there is a possibility if we dip, we can retest this line even at lower levels and bounce from there. So I'm going to keep even this trend line for tomorrow. So this is my plan for tomorrow. Let's see how it goes in Nifty and Bank Nifty. But as of now, the world market is looking a bit bearish, not a bit, very bearish, because of the Japan and the Hang Seng markets are way too down. So let's see how the our markets open. It looks like we're going to get a gap down, and from there let's see if we get a gap down, if this previous day low S1 holds, or if you're going to fill this gap and go down. We'll have to wait and watch. So this is my trading plan for tomorrow. Let's see how it goes. Thank you guys for watching, and in case you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.